Welcome to RE Uncut. Our daily shows are powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au.
Whatever you do, don't miss anyone. Mark Frater's guest today, as he has been all this week so far, Andrew McSweeney. And Andrew makes the point that it's valuable to remember when you recognise members of your team that you make sure it's inclusive of everyone on the team in every single area. Mark and Andrew back in just a moment.
In today's market, great ideas alone simply aren't enough, but innovative execution can hand you a real competitive advantage. Nightlight is a cutting-edge illuminated signboard by Printforce that offers round-the-clock visibility and features that maximise advertising space, improving your exposure. Buyers can now see the full picture, day or night, with Nightlight's edge-to-edge illuminated surface, which utilises environmentally friendly, scratch-resistant technology. Nightlight is as versatile as you need to be in today's market.
Well, welcome back to RE Uncut. My guest mentor this week, Mr. Andrew McSweeney from Ray White Carina. And the first couple of days we've talked about leadership during those first few months. And as we say right now, we know some of our colleagues down south are very much back into that situation again. I want to start talking to Andrew over the next couple of days about moving forward. And Andrew, one of the things you talked about, and I know you're very good at doing, is rewarding and recognising the hard efforts that have been made from the whole team. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you've been looking at that over especially the last 2 or 3 months?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as we've discussed in earlier episodes, mate. I mean, look, the reality is this was just such a difficult time. On so many different levels, and I think that it's important that when a team works well together and moves in a direction that it quite often, and particularly in this situation, hasn't been palatable. We've had to work our way through situations that we've never been faced with before. We've got a lot of uncertainty. We've got a lot of very unhappy clients at this point in time, that not necessarily with us, but with the situation, and we're trying to waddle our way through all of those things. So, for us, as we started to come out of that, we get into that June and that July section, as things started to pick back up again, I just thought it was a great opportunity for us, particularly with the end of financial year, to down tools and really just, come together as a team and reward them with, a great night out where we can sort of, share battle stories and obviously just
stories.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, you've got people in different roles, and we talk about rewards and recognition, and some people get excited about different things. Did you find during the sort of more lockdown stage, for want of a better way of saying it, that you found out what was more important to each person, and that was able to be brought into some of that recognition? I know, for instance, you've got your spinny wheel there as well. You might want to explain that, how you recognise some salespeople in that area.
Look, it's just a little chocolate wheel that we have inside there, and all of the prizes pertain to real estate, obviously. But as we start to hit those key metrics within our business from a sales perspective as well, particularly in there, like give that a bit of a spin, and at the end of each month, and make sure. I mean, we certainly work towards a financial year plan, as you well know, Freights, because we do a lot of performance coaching together. So as they start to hit these benchmarks along the way, I think it's important that we acknowledge that, in a way that's going to help them back in their business as well.
I know, a lot of people obviously at the beginning of the year, around that sort of January, February time, start to make a lot of plans to reward themselves with holidays and time away. And obviously that couldn't happen and still can't happen to the degree that some people will allow that. Have you really sat down and discussed with the salespeople how they reward themselves, how they keep themselves, I guess, fresh and invigorated with their business, so that it doesn't just be, they get into a complacency and then into almost a decline stage?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think, you're preaching to the converted. I'm haven't been overly great at that, as we've discussed over the last couple of months, and started to work towards making sure that we get that balance back into our life as well. I think right now, with the uncertainty that's been going on, these guys and girls in my team in particular have been hitting some great strong metrics. But the reality is that they're so pleased with the fact that we're still churning. And I think that we do tend to run a performance-based culture inside there as well, so that they're really looking at leaning on each other and making sure that they're doing the things that their colleagues are doing with inside the business to make sure that we get some consistency and permanency in what we're doing. But, they're certainly very, very good at making sure that they, try to have a little bit of time off here and there.
Yeah. So the rewarding, the recognition, both internally and of course from the brand that you're with Ray White, they kept that going as of course all brands have done so, responded very, very well to these times. That's become a crucial part of your leadership rather than using the carrot rather than the stick. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, and I think that, when we get into times like this, and hopefully we don't need to, but just using COVID as another word for GFC or downturn or whatever it might be, I think it's all those disciplines that we've put in place from a leadership perspective along the way that has enabled us to probably breeze through this, for the lack of a better word, but as probably better than a lot of others. I think that, there's a lot of strength in uniting a team, and, my guys and girls are particularly good at it. I think that, there's nothing better than walking into an environment and one day, you can be down and you've got 10 people coming up behind you to dust you off and set you on your way again. So that doesn't just come from me. It's that's within the whole team.
So rewarding and recognition, a really important part to keeping your team on track. And again, salespeople and property management, look within your own teams to help along as we go through. So thanks for today, Andy. We'll look at tomorrow a bit more focus on some longer term focus plans around cash flow. Our guest this week is Mr. Andrew McSweeney. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, mate.
Thank you, mate. See you soon.
The Daily RE Uncut Show is powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au. Realty.com.au is where you will see all our shows. Real Estate Talk, The Property Show, Auction Update and of course RE Uncut. We are the home of property.